Hi, Collective. Welcome back to New World's Angel. I was just wrapping up a reading, some of the signed readings, and I wanted to just do an extended reading in between those. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I should have done this prior, but I'm gonna do it now. I hope you guys have been doing well. I'm trying to think, is there any updates? You know, I always overshare. Is there anything I need to overshare today? I don't know. But this is gonna be an extended reading today. We'll just see what has to come out for our Divine Collective. I've really been enjoying the sign readings, so I hope you guys like them. You'll have to give me feedback and let me know. Okay. Energy cleared. Let's go ahead and see what message or messages need to come out for my Divine Collective today. What is the most prevalent storyline that's going to be most helpful to my Divine Collective that needs to come out right now? What do they need to hear? What do they need to hear today? Can we please talk on the split? Karmic soulmate. Okay. What is going on in the collective? Your ancestors, they're saying, step aside. We got this, fool. The worst has ended. That's nice. The worst has ended. Generational trauma. Coming to terms with generational trauma. You're changing the game. Two-faced. About two-faced people. Your ancestors are taking care of it, though. They're like, we got this. You just sit there, look pretty. The worst has ended with generational trauma. Secret admirer. Oh, we love secret admirers. So long as they're healthy secret admirers, right? Who doesn't love having a crush? Man, there's just nothing better than having a crush. You know? It's like something that you could get excited about and like, I don't know, get carried away with sometimes. TMZ. TMZ prevalent in your world? Dream snatcher. Maybe you kind of felt like this person, the karmic soulmate, or like the person that like you're no longer with. Maybe you just felt like they were holding you back. but you don't see this miracle coming. There's something headed straight for you. I feel like it's a little gifty gift from your ancestors by way of you not continuing the generational traumas that's followed your family around for years. They're like, oh my gosh, you didn't do the things that we did, and like we want to gift you something. Ooh, a DILF is involved. We all know what DILFs are. Studying, learning something new. You don't see this miracle coming. Spiritual health. DILF came back out. It was like, no, you need to be aware that there is a DILF coming into your world. We love that. People coming out of the woodworks. Why? Because of like whom you're going to be dating, or like whom is entering your life. Whatever it is, it's some sort of like miracle energy that your ancestors are like gifting you with. And they just want you to be mindful of like your spiritual health too, like what you intake, the messages that you perceive. You're God's bait. It's not uncommon when it comes to generational trauma and stopping that, you know. Like if you are the person in your lineage that is meant to stop something, there is, I mean, it's just a heavy is the head that wears the crown type, right? Like not everyone is going to be in agreement with, I don't know, coming to terms with the trauma of the past. Sometimes, like, especially with older generations, it's like it's easier to just brush it under the rug and like we don't talk about it. And it's like, no, in this day and age, in order to have good spiritual health, it's necessary to be talked about, confronted, and come to terms with on your own. You know, it's not like forcing others to take your side. It's just you deciding for yourself and feeling comfortable and confident in that. Companionable silence. This card has never come out before, and I love it. I took it from one of my good friends who, she sort of coined this term where it's like her and her partner, you know, they'll be sitting on the couch and one is doing one thing and the other's doing something completely different, but you guys can be so comfortable in each other's silence. It's not like you need to fill the void or fill the room with just words, like useless words. No. If there's nothing to be said, then you guys can just be comfortable in each other's energy. Like, who doesn't want that? Love companionable silence. Mantra cards. Oh, okay. I will get those out then. What are your boundaries here? That's what this DILF is asking. What are your boundaries here? Solar plexus blocks. We'll get into that. Solar plexus blocks, like creativity. Maybe at a loss for like being able to see how this can work out. That's just sort of what I'm getting, like maybe how to move things forward. Lilith, coming to terms with maybe your fears, like maybe one fear is like overstepping boundaries, and it's kind of like neither one of you want to overstep each other's boundaries, and maybe that's like something you each need to overcome. Like being too much for the other one? Like too big, too much energy that it like tampers on your creativity, when it's in reality like, no, being exactly who you are, and encompassing both like your light and shadow, like bringing all of you to the table and being comfortable, like both of you being comfortable with having those maybe like more shadowy parts of yourself come to light, and knowing that like you are enough for one another is sort of what I'm getting here. I didn't mean for this to be like a love reading, but I'm kind of getting that, like coming to terms with maybe just like, I don't know, each of your fears. You are a guide in this lifetime. Maybe you're just being led at this moment. Stock market. Oh. I say oh only because it's right next to solar plexus block. So abandonment. Stock market. Abandonment. Maybe taking money out of stocks. Are you liquidating something? Or coming to terms with having to liquidate assets? I don't know why I get that. Stock market. Abandonment. Avant-garde. Singer, songwriter, composer. You're on the brink of something new and amazing, though. Seedy environments. And people see you clearly now. Soul tribe energy. Your soul tribe sees you clearly. Maybe of like where you've come from in the past, and that like whatever you're doing or saying, like keep doing it. I think that is going to, you might have like some sort of like, maybe you have writer's block right now. But whatever it is, like you are on the brink of breaking through not only your solar plexus blocks, but also like coming to terms with your own fears too about where you've been. What are your boundaries here? I don't know why that's screaming at me. Okay, where do we want to go with this, Spirit? Let's make this one very clear, continuous storyline so that we can get a really good handle on what's going on here. Okay, so as a refresher, we started off with your ancestor said, step aside, we got this, fool. The worst has ended regarding generational trauma. There can be residual effects of that depending on like what sort of trauma you've gone through, but I would keep that in mind. Like, just because you feel like you've come to terms with trauma of the past doesn't mean, because like healing isn't linear, it doesn't mean that it's going to re-trigger you in a different way, in a different circumstance. So be aware of that. Dream snatcher. So yeah, I just feel like being held back from you truly being seen in the right light. I mean, we get to that point, so this is definitely past energy. But whatever it is, there is a miracle coming towards you. Be mindful of your spiritual health, though. There is a DILF in the picture, which we love, who is totally about companionable silence. I feel like this person is comfortable with that. I will pull mantra cards. What are your boundaries here? That's what this person is asking you. And there's solar plexus blocks. Creativity, maybe like writer's block. And the only reason why I say that is because singer, songwriter, composer comes out. And I also feel like you're being confronted a little bit about trauma of the past, like what you felt like you've already overcome. I feel like your blocks are coming from the past energy. But just know that you are a guide in this lifetime. The stock market is involved. Abandoning that. Yeah, I just get like not investing in maybe you're selling something off, or like you're not reinvesting in the same way. Like you're investing in something different. But your creativity will alleviate, like it will become unblocked. Maybe once you remove yourself from, if you're still involved in like seedy environments or like around seedy people, whatever the case may be, like once you remove yourself from that or those environments, not only does it alleviate your creativity, but people begin to see you in the correct light, and that's your soul tribe. Well, we love that. Okay, so good overall energy. Spirit, let's tie this together. Bring in what's currently on the docket for our divine collective regarding this storyline. Key people, places, things. This is the Dream Snatcher, Thief. And it could be like a thief of time, money, energy. Although we do have stock market involved and an abandonment there, so I don't know, we'll see. Somebody's in bad health though. Yeah, their investments, whatever you or this person has invested in, it was not a good investment. Yeah, I definitely get like loss of possibly like a considerable amount of money or assets. Yeah, because of whom you were involved with in the past. This could be the singer, songwriter, composer. False person. Distant horizons. What about distant horizons? I almost get whatever you invested in that you thought was going to take off, you will, in the very near future, begin to see that it was not a key opportunity the way you thought it was going to be. It's not going to produce the results that you want it to. Expectation of marriage. Hold on. Okay. In the future, though, there is in the distant future, I do get that there is like possibly marriage on the table with this DILF in your world. Like that is definitely something, yeah, that's definitely something that's being spoken about. Possibly even amongst like a family or a group of people. This is the miracle. You don't see this miracle coming. Receiving a gift. This is the gifty gift that I was talking about from your ancestors. Like, whatever you stepped away from, that sort of was taking like your creative energy and was just sort of holding you back from you reaching your full potential. You have somebody new coming into your world that is it's a gift from your ancestors for you overcoming all the trauma of the past, and you don't see it coming. And marriage is somehow tied to it, and this person is good for you. I mean, we love a DILF who is fucking a gift from your ancestors or spirit, and who is also a good gentleman, somebody you can trust, who you can sit in companionable silence with and feel supported still. Can you imagine that? Where you're just like so comfortable with one another, it's not boring, it's just that you guys can be quiet and do your own things and not feel the need to fill the void just because like you feel like you should. It's just like you two are so in lockstep with one another that it's just like it feels natural. You know, that's what companionable silence is. It's a natural just ability to be in each other's presence without having to just like chit chat for just the sake of chit chat. There's nothing worse than just like having to talk about shit that doesn't matter, or you know, topics that neither one of you really care about, but it's like out of, I don't know, just like it's a nicety. It's like, ugh, how boring. Like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm just not that type of person. I mean, you could be different, but yeah, there's something about that. And I will get the mantra cards out. Is there anything else in here that goes along with this reading, Spirit? Anything else? I do feel as though like you're on the brink of something new and amazing. It's kind of like a transformation of your environment. Maybe overall, like environment, to say that like just like a release of energies that were holding you back. This propels you forward, whatever you are embarking upon. There is sad news tied to this, though. I get the sad news as the generational trauma, like that coming to light. And remember what I was saying in the beginning, where it's like healing isn't linear. Just because like you may have come to terms with it and you know, have started the healing process and like you see the truth, doesn't mean that it's not going to come about in the future. You know, especially with this, maybe one of traumas in the past was filling the void. with bad partners or just like sort of jumping the gun. And then the change of this environment, what you're about to embark upon, like the partnership that you are about to embark upon, is going to feel completely different because you maybe like you were just so, you know, people can become addicted to like chaotic environments. If that's all you were raised in, and like you feel comfortable when things are sort of like chaotic and all over the place and like not grounded and not just like safe and secure, it's like there's constant like bickering or like something to constantly like contend with, then I feel like, you know, what you're going to be presented with in the future is something completely different that will inevitably open you up in a different way that releases like these creative blocks. And that is going to trigger you. It's going to trigger you to come to terms with like, oh my God, I've never experienced this before. This is what like a calm, supportive partner or soul tribe family like feels like. And that can sort of like bring about thoughts and feelings of like, oh my God, what have I been subjecting myself to this entire time? Like, this feels great. Where I came from, well, yes, I was comfortable with that because that's all I have ever known. I knew it wasn't healthy for me and I transformed that. But yeah, you might just be like, oh my God, I dealt with that for that long? I just get a feeling like you're going to be confronted with it because of this new like soul tribe or like partnership coming into your world. And it's not a bad thing. It's just something to consider. Bottom of the deck, hope, big water. Yeah, a release of emotions. If you feel a need to cry at like random times, or like you get sad at random times, know that that's healing and that you should release that. Don't stray away from, you know, not doing that. I think all of this is all about like doing things differently. Okay, well, I'm going to get out the mantra cards for the extended. If you feel like this is your reading and it resonates with you, come on over to New World Angel and purchase the extended video. I'll go on for like another 30, probably 40 minutes or so, although you guys know me, I tend to go on. It's like a whole nother hour. So, we will get to the bottom of this and just and see where it takes us. So I hope to see you over there. If not, then I will see you on the next reading. Enjoy the sign readings that I'm doing, and I love you guys so much. I will see y'all soon. Bye.